All right. So, why is your coaching business not succeeding as well as you'd like? As we talked about at the beginning of the coaching business prescription, a fulfilling and prosperous coaching business is built on just three core pillars. You have to have an offer that's specific and irresistible. You have to have an audience that's defined and engaged. And you have to have a sales strategy that puts your irresistible offer in front of an engaged audience that's eager to hire you so that you can help them make the difference only you can help them make. Now, we're going to talk about the specifics, the three core elements of an irresistible offer and the three core elements of an engaged audience further on in the coaching business prescription. But what I want to say right here is those are probably not your biggest problems right now. If you have a coaching business of any kind, if you have some people in your programs and you're making something in terms of monthly revenue, you probably have a good enough offer and you probably have a good enough audience. What's happening is that your sales strategy isn't actually a sales strategy. It's a bloated collection of marketing tactics that you picked up from gurus and experts on the internet, maybe in books, and then you aimed them at no one in particular with an offering that delivers an unclear result. So even if your offer and audience isn't as perfect as you would like, and of course there's no such thing as perfect, you can, if it's good enough, you can still start to increase your sales, increase your monthly revenue, increase your impact as a coach by just paring down all the things you're doing in terms of your sales strategy, which is where you're probably spending 80% of your time. You became a coach so that you could spend your time changing lives, helping make transformation happen, helping people get from where they are to where they want to be, helping them see that they possess everything they need to succeed in their lives. And instead of spending your time doing all of that really inspiring and exciting work, you're doing this exhausting work of spinning cycles in marketing, doing a bunch of things that actually aren't even bringing you any business. So we're going to illustrate how this happened. And then later on in the coaching business prescription, we're going to talk about how you can pare down your offer to the three core elements, the audience to the three core elements, and then your sales strategy to the three core elements that you need so that you can spend about 30 minutes a day on your marketing and spend 80% of your time doing the work that you love to do, coaching people and making change happen. So I want to say here that even though you have fallen into this trap that I have fallen into and every coach at some point falls into, where we just keep adding things to our sales strategy, our marketing plan, your lack of success isn't your fault because we're programmed as human beings by biology and evolution to seek more, even though it actually moves us further away from our goals. Now, we'll talk about how this works because later in the workshop, but we think that success is an additive process. The more we do in our business, the greater success we'll have. And that's actually exactly the opposite. Systems reliability, which is a scientific approach to making anything work, tells us that the more things you add to a system, the less efficient it becomes, which means the less effective it becomes. And this idea of taking things out of our business that really aren't helping us get to where we want is very counterintuitive for human beings. So just want to, again, remind you of this idea that more does not equal closer. It's not your fault. We're programmed. Dopamine feeds us this. You see it. This is why you spend so much time on social media, because we think that if we get more likes, if we spend more time, if we post more often on social media, somehow this will get us closer. It's actually the opposite. Closer is a process of subtraction, not addition. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this idea, Seneca's barbell. Now, Nassim Taleb, I think, is the one that coined this phrase, first in The Black Swan and later in his book, Anti-Fragile. It's based on ideas from the ancient philosopher Seneca. For those of you who are familiar with me and my work, you know that my work as a musician, as a head coach in Seth Godin's programs, and as a coach in my own endeavor, have all been informed by my lifelong love and study of Stoic philosophy. Seneca is not my favorite. He's actually kind of my least favorite ancient philosopher. But this idea that he came up with that is really powerful. Now, in full transparency, I was introduced to Nick Peterson's work, and he is the one that kind of illustrates the barbell in this way. And I was introduced to him through my own coach, friend, and mentor, Laurel Portier. And so I'm going to just approach it with from my perspective, using my language. And I think this is going to help you really understand how your coaching business came to be so congested, clogged up, and filled with activities that have really nothing to do with making change happen with and for people you care about, and instead just have you spinning endless cycles, spending most of your day in these marketing activities that actually aren't even helping you, which will, once we identify the problem, help you take the things out that aren't working and pay attention to the core elements that we'll get to later in the workshop that will help you. If you just focus on the 3 elements of an offer, 3 elements of an audience, 3 elements of a sales strategy, then you'll actually flip things around and spend 80% of your time doing the work you love, coaching, and only 20% or even less time on the marketing. In fact, my clients in general only spend 30 minutes a day on their marketing of their business. So here's Seneca's barbell, and here's the idea. What Seneca was saying is that our lives are full of potentiality. And potentiality has an upside and a downside. Potential is risky. And as human beings, we focus on the upside, but we fall victim to the fact that the downside is usually much greater than the upside. And what Seneca was saying is you have to raise the floor and mitigate a possibility of risk to the downside to actually improve your chances of taking advantage of the upside. And what you want to do is move the things that have potential all the way over to a place where they are proven, where they have become assets, where they have value, where they are earning you the currency that you seek: time, money, recognition, success, etc. So what happened when you started your business, I'm guessing, is that you had this idea that I have a difference only I can make as a coach. I want to build a coaching business. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have a few conversations with people I already know. I'm going to see if I can sell this coaching offer. It's probably a very low priced, $100 an hour coaching program. That's fine. We all have to start somewhere. I started with the very same thing. And it worked. You actually got a few clients. You booked a few people into your program. You made a little bit of money, and you said, great. I had this idea and I validated it by selling it to a few people. I have a proven asset. Now I'm going to try to scale it. Here's where things really went awry, because what you did was you started to build all these other activities into your life, and you only move them halfway across this barbell. Yes, all these things, a logo, you probably spent a lot of time thinking about and fretting about and changing and improving your logo. Then you said, oh, I need a website. I need somewhere to put my logo. I need a billboard online, a storefront online where I can get people to check out my coaching offer. Oh, wait, email list. I need to build an email list because then I've earned people's permission and trust, and I can use the email list to try to get them to enroll and invest in my coaching offer. But wait a minute, how do I get people on my email list? I have to build a lead magnet. Okay, lead magnet. I got a lead magnet now, but then how do I get people to my lead magnet? I have to create content, lots of content, blogs, podcasts, broadcasts, and so forth. And oh, wait, where do I put all this content? Well, I put it on social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Oh, wait, now I hear that people are really succeeding with YouTube channels and YouTube ads and all these kind of things. So you build a YouTube channel. Oh, wait, mini workshops. I can actually get paid a little bit to get people to come into my programs, or maybe I'll build this webinar that will tell people all about my offer, and I'll automate this process where people will just automatically come into my thing. Wait, I know what I need to do. I need to write a book. What you've done is you have moved some And for some of you, all of these activities halfway across the barbell. What is happening is you're spending all of your time tweaking your logo, iterating and improving your website, emailing your list, creating lead magnets because they run out very quickly. Their success rate drops very quickly. Cranking out blog posts, cranking out podcast episodes, posting all day, maybe spending hours a day on social media, and then trying to keep up with all the changes that are going on YouTube and create content there. And then these other even more time-intensive things like webinars, mini workshops, and books. What has happened is at the beginning, you were spending 80% of your time doing work you love. You were coaching, you were making change happen. You were helping people see their hidden wholeness and step into their potential. It was exciting and exhilarating work. It was energizing. And in your effort to scale, you created a full-time job out of doing all these marketing things that you probably don't even really like doing. You're spending 80% of your time or more here and 20% of your time or less doing the work that you love. Something really wrong with that. And so now let's go into how we can fix this problem through a process of subtraction. We're going to take out all the things that aren't really assets, aren't really leading to booking clients or booking discovery calls, earning us money. And we're going to focus on the 3 core elements of your offer that you need to get right, the 3 core elements of your audience that you need to get right, and the 3 core elements of an effective and efficient sales strategy that will allow you to spend only 30 minutes a day marketing your business so you can spend more time doing the work you love, coaching clients and making change happen.